Now, what do we have here? Let's go. Alright, Bonebreaker BAF Wave, Marvel Legends, Sabretooth, original or classic Sabretooth as some are referring to him as. So GameStop is pumping these things out pretty quickly, but one by one. This guy appeared up on the website like 2 days ago, ordered him, or 3 days ago, ordered him, and he came. So slowly but surely, the BAF Wave is coming together. This Sabretooth is based on his first appearance. For those of you that are complaining, saying it doesn't look like Sabretooth and the body's not right, go check out Iron Fist number 14, I think it is, volume 1, number 14. And you'll see that this is pretty close to what he looked like when he first came out. I don't want to say he's small, because it depends on the angle you look at him, but you might be able to make an argument that he's a little bit too small, and I don't mean height-wise, I mean just in his thickness, but it's kind of subjective based on what panel you're looking at and how he's drawn. So it's pretty spot on. Alright, so as you can see, 3 of my 4 Sabertooths are in box. So I thought it's only fair to compare the ones that are in boxes. Instead of, I think it was in my Havoc video, I put a box next up to an unboxed figure, but I didn't have a choice there. But I know I had these 2 guys hanging out somewhere, so I dug them up. And I want to take a look at them while they're in box, so it's a fair comparison. Alright, so if you like your beefier Sabretooth, you'll want to go with one of these 2 guys. But good luck finding this guy at a decent price. On eBay now, I think he's like 80, 90 bucks. Saw this guy this morning, I think he's like 48, so that's more doable. But you have to be into this costume. Now this costume, I do not recognize it from the comic book, so it probably wasn't used all too much, because I've read old Sabretooth comic books and I've read some newer ones, and none of them had this costume. Somebody let me know where this costume comes from. I'm sure it's probably the late 90s to early 2000s if I missed it, but I could be wrong. So looking at the new guy, you can see a slimmer face. You can see like here he has no pupils. So on the old Sabretooth, no pupils, red rings around his eyes. And you can see the fangs are more pronounced. Here, because he's gritting, he still has fangs, but you can't really see them as well, but he has totally normal eyes. Very broad chest here, very narrow chest here, big hands, skinnier hands with much longer talons. Well, here the talons aren't painted, so I guess I really can't tell. Tree trunk legs, pretty muscular legs. Legs I'd kill for, but not as big as those. Now this Sabretooth does seem a little bit taller, but it could be where he's sitting in the package. I'll have to wait till I get him out of the tray. Now this Sabretooth, I'm not very familiar with him, as I said, but this costume is very reminiscent of something that Wolverine would wear, his brown and yellow costume. But looking at him, I gotta say, I really like him. I like the look, and I'm digging his head sculpt. Now, going back and looking at these figures is making me want to hurry up and get to my retro reviews, but man, I'm so backlogged. But I really want to start opening up some of my old ones. Now you can look, the body here, it looks like it might be on the same buck as the Apocalypse one that's over here on the left. If not, something very similar. I think I'd have to get out the package to examine it, but the abs look the same, the chest muscles look the same, the legs look the same. This might be the same exact buck, even though I think this was 2012 and this was 2015. Interesting. Alright, so anyway, now I'm talking about the other Sabretooth. So you look at this guy, again, no pupils, the red rings aren't as pronounced, the fangs aren't as big, but they are visible. And you've got a beard here, no beard here, shorter hair, more manicured, more metrosexual. But again, big guy, thick, not like the OG appearance. Alright, now that we've paid our respects to the elders, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. X marks the spot. Barcode for the hunters. Sabertooth. With keen senses, a mutant healing factor, and zero moral restraint, Sabertooth is a dark reflection of his arch nemesis, the mutant hero Wolverine. X-Men backdrop. No accessories, just BAF pieces. Shut your mouth, I think I like it. Alright complainers, look at this. Stare at it and tell me you don't like this Sabertooth. I don't care if you think he's too small. Tell me what's wrong with this dude. While you're sitting there thinking of excuses to hate on this guy, let's take a moment to bask in all of his Atkins diet glory. Keith Lee. It's a lifestyle, not a diet. So he might have replaced Havoc as my favorite in the wave. This is a darn good looking figure, man. That head sculpt is tight work. Now I wish they'd included another head sculpt where he was looking a little bit meaner, maybe snarling or yelling or something, but I can't complain about this one. This one's totally appropriate and totally works. Paint job looks good. Nice creamy orange mustard all the way down. Always looks good with that brown like Wolverine. Now, the fur on him, it has like a dark wash on it, so it's kind of dingy. It's like a whitish brown or whitish gray, but it looks good. I think Snow White wouldn't look good on him. He's a dirty guy. Alright, Sabertooth, show me what you're working with. Straight 360. Tilt left. Tilt right. Looking down. Crank that yank, looking up. Shoulders get yay high. This might be the world's creepiest hug. Take it for a spin. 360 at the shoulder joint. 360 at the bicep. 360 at the wrist. Joints are nice and stiff. I like that. Like it when figure comes out stiff and ready to work. Vertical hinges at the wrist bring that funk. You get repulsor blast and kiss the ring. The way the fur is carved, you got to get it into the short spots to actually get your full range of articulation. If you buck up against the long fur, it's not going to go up as high. Double jointed elbows with pins. Give you more than 90 degrees, so looking good. Yes, talk to the camera. Pretend you're a ferocious gopher digging a hole. Mr. Munchie App Crunchy. Got that willy way back for you. Before I forget, the fur up here actually moves a little bit. It's attached in the back. I don't know if it's like glue or a peg. Looks like, oh, peg in the back. Yeah, so you can actually take it off. I'm cold. And get 360 at the waist. Lovely, tasty, intermittent clicks. 360 at the thigh. We don't see a serial number. Interesting. Do we get, nope, nothing at the calf. Then you get your 360 at the footsie. Is it good bend range? Piss poor split range. Not what I would expect from Sabertooth. Decent range on a double jointed knee, but doesn't get anywhere near kicking his butt. Even if you help, he gets nothing. Prancer for sure. Not quite a dancer, but there's a little bit of movement down there. And the rockers. Now I said his body frame looked accurate for his first appearance, but I'm actually not sure about his height. He comes in about 6 1/4 inches. After I'm done filming this, I'm going to head over to the Ruckus, his YouTube channel. I know he'll talk about the height there if he's already reviewed this. I actually think he put it up already, but I couldn't watch it because I hadn't reviewed mine yet. If you haven't subscribed to him, make sure to subscribe to him. He gives you that real Marvel insight. He is, what is it, how do you say it? He's a walking Marvel encyclopedia. I mean, not only can he tell you power sets, but he can tell you scale, range, actual heights, builds on just about any character. It's ridiculous. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. Make sure you go ahead and follow him. Now that is a big height difference. Sabertooth, what's going on?
Hey, fellow furry, you going to the party later?
Hey, why'd you wait till I was gone to talk about the party?
Did somebody say there's a furry party? I like to go.
Yeah, boy, Bonebreaker Records, we coming through with them crazy hits. Don't mess with us, you get smoked, son. Alright, there we go. Classic Sabertooth with his label mates. Let me know what you think. So, as I said, people are complaining that he's too small. That might be true, but he looks darn good, man. That is one hell of a figure. I don't think you can argue with that without being biased. But let me know. If you can argue, go ahead and sound off in the comments. I want to hear it. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. Share a link to the channel with a friend. It really helps. Comment, comment, comment. That's how YouTube picks up the videos. Alright, till next time, geeks. Tiny Sabertooth's out of here.